Hey everybody, it's Kiera James, CEO and founder of House Capacity Publishing. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about 5 things that you need to do before you launch your book. So I'm going to give people a second to come on in. If you're in, say hello, drop some comments if you have any questions. I am multitasking today because I'm also live on Instagram. So those of you joining me on Instagram, make sure that you put a question in the box so that I'm able to answer it for you. It seems like that's the best way for the questions to show up. On Facebook, go ahead and just drop one in the comments. I'm going to try my best to keep comments open and to keep the chat alive so I can see questions as they come. Not going to be here long, but I definitely feel that in this season, there are a lot of people launching books. There are so many people coming out with so many projects. It's wonderful. I applaud you. If that's one of you, if one of those fit your description, if you just launched a book, congratulations. But I want to give you some insight if that's okay. So while people are coming in, I'm going to go ahead and hop to it. But the first thing that you want to do when you're launching a book, if you're still in the beginning stages, if you're close to the end, if you finished it already, but the first thing you want to do is have a website. The reason why you want to have a personal website is because this is going to be the foundation for your author platform. It's great to have your book on Amazon. It's great to have it on Barnes and Noble. It's great to have it on all these other retailers, but you want to make sure that you have a space that is yours, that you are able to view customer information, that you're able to get people to sign up for things on your website. You want to make sure that you have a place where traffic goes to when you launch your book. So I'll give you an example. When I first launched my book, and this was years ago, but I've learned since then. But when I launched my first book, I had so many people excited for me, right? I just posted the cover. Hey, y'all, I got this book coming out. Right? I got so many likes and shares and comments and everything, but I didn't have my own website. So I wasn't able to capitalize on that momentum and also give people to go to support me or to, if they're interested in the book, I didn't have a place for them to go after they found out about it. So ideally, even if it's just a one pager, even if it's just a website to collect information, you want to give people a link to follow once you post about your book. You want to give people something to go to so you can at least capture their information while the book is being prepared or whatever the case may be. Also, having a website is a great idea because you want to be able to give people an opportunity to what? Buy. Okay. Pre-orders. I'm a fan of pre-ordering. I'm a big fan of pre-ordering because you want to give people get their money while they're excited about your book. I mean, 2 or 3 posts later, a couple of weeks later, they may not have the same momentum. So you want to give people an opportunity to spend money on your book while they're interested. Alrighty. So the next thing you want to do before you launch your book, you want to make sure that you generate reviews from beta readers. Okay, there you want to make sure that there's a select few people that you give your book to in advance who are able to give you feedback about the book. During the creation stage, you want these people to give you both positive and negative feedback. During the launching phase, you want to find people who have read your complete project, your completed book, who are able to give you great reviews. You want to give them, ask them things like what did they benefit from the book the most? What was something that stood out to them about the book? Any type of positive feedback that you can garner from people is a great idea to release during this part of your book launch. Again, the difference between getting reviews at this stage and getting reviews early while you're writing your book is that the people who are reading your book while you're still creating it are giving you both positive and constructive feedback. People you give your book to after you've completed it are people who you just want to give you reviews and you want to showcase their positive reviews for people who might be interested in reading later. All right? Y'all with me? That's good. If you have questions, make sure you use the comment box on Instagram and on Facebook. Make sure you go ahead and just drop in my comments so that I can make sure that I'm addressing your questions. All right. Next thing you want to do, number 3, you want to give away free promotional copies. So that can be people who are influencers in your genre. That can be people who are community leaders. That can be anywhere from church members. That can be school personnel, people who are related to your field or to your topic. You want to go ahead and do what I call influencer planting. So what this does, even if they don't read the book, it's okay. Or if they're not able to read it immediately, you want to ask them in exchange for the free copy to maybe post about your book. It's nothing to get a book, to take a book and cha-ching, I don't know if you can see this. This is not one of my books, but just to give you an example, it's nothing to ask someone to post a picture with your book or to post, a quote from your book and tag you in it. That costs nothing. That's really, well, it might cost something depending on who you're talking to, but um it's really not a big thing if people are, supportive, if you have these relationships with people, if you've networked with people. I don't see anything wrong with asking them to post a picture of them with your book. It's really, really a good idea. And if people don't want to necessarily buy, or you don't want to, badger people, you can ask them to do that. Okay. The next thing that you want to do, number 4, you want to, before, this is very important. I wish I could tag people. I wish I could have you lean in close to me. Come on, lean close. You on Instagram, lean close and listen to what I'm saying. Okay. Before you plan any launch event, I know your birthday is coming up. I know you're planning a party. I know you have a tea. I know you have, listen, some type of wonderful event that's coming up, but you need to make sure that you have physical copies of your book in your hands, in your trunk, in your garage before you plan any events. And I need you to heed this because I've been in publishing for 6 years now, and I can tell you, every time an author waits or they plan things without having physical copies of their book, something always comes up. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. Okay. My very first book launch, I wanted it to happen on my birthday, which is February 25th. I didn't realize how long shipping would take, and the process of actually putting books together and all of that. I had no idea how long that would take. And as a result, I had to push my event back a week, which was crazy and it was terrible. And I just really didn't like that I had to do that because I wanted it on my birthday for a reason. But I did not have my books yet. It was supposed to be delivered and it was a delay. Like, all types of things can come up with deliveries for some reason. When it comes to books, all kind of things come up, and you don't want to find yourself in a position where you're having an event and you are expecting people, you're trying to sign books, your whole event is surrounding your book, but you don't have any books. That's the worst feeling in the world. So I highly suggest that if you're planning any events for your book, you need to pause and make sure that you have your books in your hand, that you're satisfied with. That's the other thing. That's the other thing. Um, you don't want to plan an event if you haven't had your book in your hand yet, because what if you don't like something in the book? Or what if you notice an error? Or what if you notice that you wanted to update something? Or what if you don't like the color that a lot of things happen. So make sure that you're satisfied with the physical copies of your book, and make sure that you have actual physical copies in bulk of your book for your event before you plan one. Okay? Please listen to me. And then the final thing that you want to do before you release your book or before you launch it officially, you want to build your email list. And one of the ways that you do that is going back to point number 1. You want to have a personal website. You want to give people an incentive to give you their email address. So just saying, hey, drop your email address if you want more information about your book. Drop more information if you want. Drop your email if you want some more info about my book. Give it to me. Give it to me. People are picky when it comes to who they give their email addresses to. I'm picky. I don't like to be spammed. I don't like for my inbox to be cluttered, which it is. It's cluttered. I don't like for unsolicited things to hit my inbox. So all of that is a factor when I'm thinking about who I give my email address to. However, if you're positioning something that I might be interested in, then I'm more than happy. It's like I'm giving payment for services. My email address is my payment, is the payment that I'm giving you for what you have to offer. So some things as an author that you can do, you can position a quiz on your website. which character are you if it's fiction, what's your style, what's your personality trait. I mean, the possibilities are endless when it comes to quizzes. I like to take quizzes. Some of your readers might like to take quizzes, especially if it's about your content and it's something they're interested in already. So giving, a quiz is a great idea, and they get the result once they put their email address in. You can have people sign up for a challenge. That's a really great idea. If before your book launches, you have a challenge that's related to your book. So let's say you're dropping a fitness book or a fitness planner or something along those lines. Would it be a great idea to have like maybe a 30-day challenge before your book comes out? That way you already have people who are interested in your topic already, and they have to sign up with their information to be a part of it. And now you have a community of people who are interested in what you have to offer, and you boom, once your book launches, you already have a pool of people who might want to buy your book. That's some ideas. You could have a book related product. So maybe you could have like a notebook companion that you can give away to somebody, an ebook. I'm not a fan of giving away your first chapter or a chapter as a incentive, because I feel like, hey, let them get the book in totality. But if you want to if you want to comprise a cheat sheet for your book, especially for self-help, a sheet of resources, it's really a lot. So I would just encourage you to think about something free that you can give somebody for visiting your website and giving their information to you. So yeah, growing your email list is a great way to launch any type of book campaign, to make sure that you have a captive audience and that you're not just posting out your book cover to the world and you don't know who's actually interested in your book. Okay, so I'm going to take the time for any questions. Um, Getting ready to wrap it up. I didn't intend for this to be long at all. So if you have any questions about book publishing, if you have any questions about social media marketing, if you have questions about any aspect of the book production process, let me know. Again, I'm Kiera James, CEO and founder of House Capacity Publishing, and I would be more than happy to help you in your authorship journey. Our company, House Capacity Publishing, specializes in helping first time authors navigate through the self publishing process. So if you're working on something, you can also sign up for a consultation, which I have some slots, plenty of slots available. I definitely wanted to make sure that people who were interested had the opportunity to do a consultation. So if you're on Instagram, hi. I'm going to post the link, or I have to tag people in it because I'm double dipping right now. But housecapacity.com/consultation. If you're on Facebook, the link is listed right here in the video. If there are no questions, let me go ahead and go through and get some shout outs if I see some folks I know. Marcus, bro is always on time. Bro is always supportive. So thank you for that. Instagram, I see you. Tanisha, love you. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. And if after this you have questions, my inbox is open, and the chat is also open on the video. So you guys have a good night. If you're writing your book, I'm sending you great positive energy to help you finish. Also, if you need help finishing your book, I'm here as well. You can drop a comment or inbox me. So have a good night, everybody. And I will be following up with a few of you. So, toodles.